I'm the AGM for Sammy's Dreamland Companies Private Limited. Your first customer who buys with us will always call you back and tell that this is the best investment what I've made. And not just that, we have a customer, I don't want to name in specific, or one of our employee who has sold it to that particular customer through a channel partner. And you know what? That person has given us almost 9 references for our Sunrise Boulevard. When your client enters our premise, they're going to say, this is one of the best properties you have shown me. Can we have the video? I'm sure you would have seen the video and the photos what we have taken. I'm sure you would have seen the herbal garden and the fruit garden. So I'll just give you a short summary of it, and then I'm going to take you through the tour of the project. So Sunrise Boulevard is skewed in about 31 acres, wherein we are building 3 phases. Phase 1 consists of only the plotted development, where we have about 175 plots. Phase 2, we had a discussion and we came up with an idea, why don't we just stop with the plots and why don't we just, get into villa segments as well. Phase 3 would be our future developments, of course. Before I started my conversation with you guys, I said something about having a vision, right? I'm sure some of you would have understood from what context I said, or maybe some of them, they don't know what I would have actually said. And when I talk about Sunrise Boulevard, this is a project where your sunrise, the view itself will sell it, and the customers would say, okay, fine, this is the time, I should try to fill my booking form. It is, plot selling for us in Sunrise is like ordering a biryani in Swiggy. You know why? Can anyone guess? Okay, I'm going to tell you. So basically, you just keep scrolling for the best of the biryanis, but the moment you come for the best, and Swiggy says, I'm so sorry, it's sold out. So same way, it just recently happened with us in our Sunrise project. wherein there were a couple of customers who actually wanted to buy the very same view plots. And unfortunately, just with the lag of about a day or so, those plots were sold. So the day we started selling Sunrise, almost in the plotted segment in our phase 1, we are already done with about 45 to 50% of our sales. And people, the channel partners who have actually helped the customers fulfill their dreams, they are just waiting the day when they register the property and build a beautiful homes. The best part about Sunrise Boulevard is having a Nandi Hills beautiful view. So a chairman has a philosophy, whenever he sees any rolling mountains, he always have an eye for detail. Okay, fine, this is the place I should actually buy it and build a beautiful dream house, wherein when the customer is building a house for himself, or if we are giving a villa segment, the ambience, the aesthetics should be one of a kind. So whoever have entered our property, I'll tell you, there is a channel partner, actually he's among us, he has asked us not to reveal his name. When he came to our premise, he was so surprised, and the way when we had an event in our Sunrise Boulevard as well, you'll be surprised to know that he himself is buying a 1200 square feet plot with us. So I would always urge all the realtors who are present over here, who have taken your valuable time, whenever you want to visit us, I'll be available, my colleagues will be available, but trust me, in real estate, we say, right, that the best investment on earth is earth itself. So that's the whole philosophy what we have for our Sunrise Boulevard project. Can we just have a presentation for our villa segment? Can we just scroll through once? Guys, the best part when we talk about any of the plotted development project or an apartment or any of the real estate project, what is the most important thing is the location when we always talk about it. My project, Sunrise Boulevard, is always strategically located, very close proximity to our highway, just about 350 meters from highway. If someone wants to travel towards airport, just about 20 minutes drive. Just 3 minutes to National Highway. 1 minute. Okay, this should be the better orientation for the same. So if you want to travel to any part of the town, it's very convenient and very easy. Be it STRR Road, be it if someone wants to travel towards Buddhigere. There was a client, Mr. Amrish, would actually agree to it. He actually came to our property to buy the plots. He almost bought close to about 8, 9, if I'm not wrong. That person resides in Buddhigere. And you know what? How he came across our project? It was only through one of our marketing partners. The customer's logic was, I wanted to buy a house as an investment, or I wanted to buy a plot as an investment. But he was always very specific that he wanted to invest in a part of eastern part of the Bangalore. Eastern part of the Bangalore, as we know today, it's morely like a very concrete jungle. And that's when our Sunrise he came across. And I'll tell you, the moment he saw our video visuals of the project, he was like, okay, this is a project that, it's worth having a visit to it. He took about, what, Amrish sir, close to about like 45 minutes to come to our project, if I'm not wrong. And to be honest, he was just buying about 2 plots with us, only 2 plots. He and his brother, they just wanted to buy an investment opportunity. When we gave him an investment pitch, see, a simple logic, I'm sure you're all realtors, I don't have to tell you about the ROIs and the amount of returns what you can make it. But this is one simple math what we have used for our Sunrise. See, today if you buy, just hold on. So today if you buy a land, there is 3 ways of investment. 1, you buy a land, keep it for a while, sell it in the future. Secondly, buy a land, build a beautiful house, give it as a rent. But third and the most importantly, I think most of you are aware, something called as an Airbnb concept. Today, if you have 3 crores in your pocket, you buy an apartment in any of the part of town, be it let's say Hebbal or any other region, more than 1 lakh as a rentals, you don't get it. But wherein, imagine you buy a plot, assumingly between 65 to 70 lakhs, don't build a concrete house, rather. Just build a sort of a prefabricated homes. Today, when we did a personal study, me, Amreshji and my colleagues, when we did a personal study, when we saw the Airbnb being rented out in that particular micro market, and the hotels or the resorts, when we actually went and inquired about it, for a normal 120 square feet room to 150 square feet room, people were charging between 10 to 15,000 rupees per night. I'm repeating it, it was per night. So logically wise, boss, you buy it. Even if you're constructing let's say a prefabricated home, hardly it will cost about what, 30, 35, 40 lakhs maybe. You have 30 days in a month. In 30 days, I always tell my customers in a very simple math, just charge about 10,000 rupees per night, nothing more than that. This is a simple example is what I'm trying to put it across. We are Marwadi, so we are always into maths and numbers. So that's a simple analogy, I would rather give it to you. You have 30 days, 10 days also if you're renting it out, your rental deal is almost up to 1 lakh. So second and the most important, whenever you are having a prefabricated constructed house, or let's say assume a sort of a container duplex houses, when you're actually dismantling it or when you're actually giving it away, you're getting at least 80% of the return. So there is no, again, a wastage of the space or wastage of the materials what you're having it. So it's a simple eulogy what people can use it, and trust me, based on this logic, most of the people have actually invested with us, including one of our channel partners as well. Can you have the next slide? Future developments, when we talk about, as I was saying, buy a land, keep it for a while. I'll tell you the amount of appreciation what our Beverly Hills customers have made it. When we started the project, when the micro market was just in the range of about 5,000 to 6,000 rupees, today we are selling our plotted segments for about on an average of 15,000 rupees per square feet. So that's an average of what, close to 6 to 7 years. People have almost doubled their money. Even people who bought during the COVID period of time, they have made good amount of investment. So as they say, land is one of the best investment what you can have any part of the town when we talk about, be it Bangalore or any part of Indian region. And why the appreciation tend to happens. Again, I don't want to tell you exactly, you're all the very specialists in your field, but majorly when we talk about your land, your location, your infrastructure development, what is happening in and around your particular vicinity. Today when we talk about our Sunrise project, very close to National Highway, I'm not sure that people are aware that there is an ISRO development which is coming very closer to the Nandi Upchar region. That's almost a development of close to about 300 acres. Wherein other developments, when we talk about big manufacturing plants, big tech giants, they are always in our close proximity, just in the distance of between 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Some of them are in the vicinity of 20 minutes. So what we saw Hebbal in 2015, when I was actually pursuing my degree, people were not much aware of Hebbal till Manyata Tech Park, till the Manyata Tech Park actually went up to the skies. Today, the same thing, tomorrow your customers, whoever is bought with Beverly Hills or be it in our Nandi Hills project, they're going to say the same thing over a period of time. I'm sure everyone in your family or your forefathers or even today me, whenever I go to certain projects or we're just traveling, I just ask my dad, why we didn't buy a land. So we always get this answer कि बेटा ये land जो था हमको उस ज़माने में ये rate में मिल रहा था. I'm sure everyone had this conversation with your parents, or you would have asked, guys, at least you can say yes. So it is exactly the same. Tomorrow, when your customer missed this opportunity, or let's assume you miss that opportunity, whenever you're passing by with your kids, the only thing what you're going to say to your kids is, बेटा यार उस ज़माने में ना मुझे बहुत सही रेट में मिल रहा था, मैंने खरीदा नहीं है. So land today is more than gold is what we all understand, and land with good titles is very hard to come by. And most importantly, again I'm emphasizing the land, the sort of Sammys we tend to develop and tend to deliver it, no developer in and around this vicinity can match. That assurity we give to our customers and all our channel partners as well. So it's just a summary of all the nearby locations what we have gathered. So upcoming metro station, again, is going to take good amount of time. Can you just go back? So corporate companies like Prestige, Tech Cloud, Foxconn, Boeing, Devanahalli Business Park, all in the radius of 30-35 minutes travel time. How Beverly Hills people, when they bought, they were all skeptical, hamara traveling kaisa hoga. But yet Godrej, they came up in that location. Purvankara, they came up in our location. Embassy, they came to our location, and today Embassy being the brand, today they are all proud that Sammys gave us the land and we are a part of this particular vicinity. They always see, for people whoever is residing in that particular vicinity of our land parcel, they're all very proud owners. Can we have next? And yes, for your daily needs, what we are planning to do, again it's in a discussion what we are having it. There today, if we talk about Blinkit, Swiggy, everything is available just on the phone click. Even I'm talking for our Sunrise Boulevard project, but we have taken an initiative. We had a discussion that why don't we do a sort of a commercial development wherein you have everything in your fingertips, just like a walking away distance. Be it a grocery store, a medical store, a supermarket, you name it, you have it. This is a clubhouse mood image what we are planning to deliver. Guys, this is one of the example I would say. It's exactly not the Nandi Hills view. I would rather put it in this way. But it is as closely similar to the project what exactly I'm talking about. And the reason why I'm so exaggerating about the project, see, if given an opportunity, of course, I would love to invest in my own project. But the main important thing is, it is not just about buying a land. It's about having and living amidst that nature. Because today we live in a community wherein it's all completely jam-packed with only concrete jungles. So today, and the most importantly, our chairman wanted to retain that aesthetics of old Bangalore, having a greenery in the premise. So that's the whole point. You guys actually have to visit our Sunrise Boulevard project, and mark my words, when you visit or when you actually see the project, either you will buy it or you'll recommend your friends and family, or definitely you will make sure your customer buys with us. And yes, one of the most attractive tourist spot. I'll be telling you a very surprising story. I thought towards Nandi Hills there is no traffic congestions, nothing. But when you go towards Saturday and Sunday, I was actually stuck in that particular traffic. So that way there are people who are actually commuting in and around that particular micro market. So it's one of the most benchmarking locations is what I would say today. Next. This is our master layout. So this portion what we have is our phase 1, wherein we are building we have actually built about 175 plots. This is our phase 2, where we have proposed for our villa segments, and this would be our phase 3. Again, depending on the future demand and supply, we would plan either a villa or either a plotted segment. These are the actual images shot on the project. Next. These are the amenities what we are planning to deliver in the premise. And the infrastructure work is already been done. So basically it's a plug and play. You don't have to do anything over there. All your drainage, sewage systems, electrical line, plumbing line, water lines, everything is already been delivered. This is the villa which I just showed you a couple of minutes back.